Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Thursday, August 1st. The house guests are currently sleeping. We had some stuff go on yesterday, mostly in the evening. It was it game-changing? It's not going to change Sam's game. I think Sam is still going tonight. Although for a little while there was thought that, oh, wow, maybe they could do a flip. Maybe. But, you know, we always get that on not always, but a lot of Wednesday nights you get that. The end result was Sam having a long conversation with Jackson about Christy, most specifically, and her plotting to form a 5-person alliance or 6-person alliance that didn't involve Jackson or Jack, and involved Cliff and Nicole and Jessica and Tommy maybe, and just people. I mean, there was the Fire Five or whatever the heck it was. So there was some of this going on at one point. Christy's had irons in the fire, and Holly was brought in on this conversation, and she's like, well, I can understand that we're all got to work. We all have to work side alliances. But the part that I thought was interesting was Holly saying something to the effect of, we all are working on these little side deals kind of things, but we had a chance to have this alliance, these 6 people that was formed day one, make it to the final 6. And this is kind of throwing a wrench in all that. But they've all been doing this. Jackson's been working the side angles the whole time. Holly's working with Kat. Kat's not part of the 6. You know Holly had an intention of taking Kat further along before some of the other people in her group. And so Holly's words were not accurate. They were more said for the benefit of complaining about Christy. But all this talk and chatter went on, and Christy finally got a sense of it. She's crying and upset to the point that Kat is giving Christy a pep talk. Kat, who's on the block, is giving Christy a pep talk. So you can picture that. Christy's still safe for another week, probably. Jackson says that he may try to backdoor her if he gets out of household. In other words, try to keep her from using her power and then nominating her. But that all comes down to whoever wins the power of veto. Remember, Christy's power is completely dependent on who wins the power of veto. That's who gets the ultimate control with her power. So if somebody who's not a Christy fan gets the POV, then it's possible that Christy could go up by whoever the head of household is. So you need a head of household that's anti-Christy, and you need a POV winner who's anti-Christy and who doesn't like, at least, doesn't like who's nominated, or is willing to go after the nominees. Maybe sacrifice if they had a high target that was going to be voted out, but they said, you know what, let's get rid of Christy, and this is the opportunity. It's possible it could get used. That's we'll know more. Well, we'll step 1 tomorrow. Let's see who wins head of household tonight. And then we'll see if Christy's game is in danger this week. But I would say that Christy's, her game has been exposed to a certain extent. She's not in as good a shape as she was. Jack is fairly loyal to her still, of course, and Tommy is. So even though people are talking about her game, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to talk about her game if you were even in her alliance, as long as you think, well, if the two of us get to it, that I'm going to be seen as, Christy's going to be seen as more sketchy than me, perhaps. So maybe people will vote for me over Christy. What else? I mean, that was a lot of last night was running around. Probably some of it will make the edits because Jackson's pulled on a lot of ears last night. So I'm sure CBS will use part of that in the edit. Oh, they did their flash mob dance last night. I didn't see it. Didn't watch it. And thankfully, CBS did not show the fashion show. They teased it. which if I were a TV-only viewer, I'd say, well, what was that thing they showed? They never showed it. You didn't miss anything. I mean, you missed house guests dressing up silly, but the best part of it, it's kind of like a movie preview. The best part of the fashion show was what you saw. Them posing. Not the actual fashion show, not the twerking by Cliff. None of that. So what else? Had a household competition tonight. Well, Sam's going to go out. Let's be clear on that. Sam is leaving the house. And that will be our 5th house guest out, right? Ovi, David, Kemi, Bella. Yeah. So I don't. Is it 5? Is that going to make? Is Sam going to be jury? I can't remember. I'm not doing the math right now. Can't remember if it's 4 or 5 pre-jury. And I know people will remind me and tell me, you don't need to worry about it. I can look it up as soon as I got someplace where I wasn't driving a vehicle if I wanted to. It's not that important to me, and I'll obviously know. If I even forget to look it up, I'll know in just over 12 hours when the show makes the air. So, we're going to get Sam evicted. We're going to have the head of household competition. And it should be a fairly simple competition since at this time yesterday, Jackson was actually out coming in from the backyard bringing in laundry. So they had backyard access up until early yesterday morning at least. And to me that implies short setup, easy setup, wrap the backyard in some kind of tarps, with graphics on them, and then throw a booth in the middle of it, and boom, you've got yourself a head of household competition set. That's what I'd expect. I'm expecting some kind of a booth or just something fairly simple. Maybe a knockout where you listen to a song and identify something, but something fairly simple as far as the competition goes. So, head of household competition, and then we all start over again, and we'll see where it goes. We had Holly winning. I don't know if there's any kind of chance that the 6 loses their alliance gets screwed up this week. I don't know, because we've heard both Nick and Cliff talk about going after Jessica or Nicole or Kat. So that won't mess with that group. And honestly, given the options, the 6 would be fine getting rid of Kat, for the most of them would be, over one of their own. But Jackson says if he gets it, he's going to try to backdoor Christy. Could be a lot of hot air, a lot of talk. First of all, he's got to win head of household. Then you figure out if he was serious or not. And he may not want to win it. If somebody else in his own alliance is there, at the end, he may give it to them. Holly will not be competing tonight, remember that. I think that's about it, guys. Did I talk about Love Island? I talked about Love Island on Periscope. I don't know if I talked about it on here. Last time on the drive home, I did talk about Love Island. I was speculating. They teased that there was going to be a big thing, and if you haven't seen it, well, first of all, then you don't care about Love Island, and that's fine. And I really don't care about it. I'm more watching it because it's something easy to watch, and I can at least talk like I'm watching more than one reality show, and I can say, oh yeah, I saw the U.S. version of Love Island. Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't that great, but I did watch it. And I don't know, I can't tell you any of the names, so let's leave it at that. I don't know a single name of a person on Love Island. I want to say Kat, but obviously there isn't. It's not Kat. There's a K or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Oh, is it Weston? It's not Winston. Winston's gone, but the cowboy guy who women are fighting over as being such a catch. So last night when they teased that something controversial was going to happen, like, oh my God, didn't see that coming. And the controversial thing that happened was you had maybe 6 women and 7 men, I think. And the 6 women were picking, and obviously the one guy not picked was going to go home. As it turned out, one of the women also said, I'm not picking anybody, I'm just going home. Which left, it was done in such a way that there was 3 guys left standing and 1 woman, and that 1 woman picked one of those 3 guys. So 2 men and 1 woman went home last night instead of just 1 man. Obviously, they didn't care. But I thought for a second that one of the girls was going to pick another girl. They talked about it, and I thought that they were teasing. Obviously, it didn't happen. So, yeah, it's fine. It is what it is. I still don't really get the premise, that you're finding love, and then one couple's going to win money, and it's like, okay. Well, there's one couple on there. There's a couple of couples at this point that are pretty solid with each other. They're picking each other every time. And they are, I guess the perception is they're boring. And so maybe they won't get picked, or maybe they'll get kicked off the island. Well, they could get voted off the island if the House gets everyone's going to get to vote one couple off the island. And they could get voted off the island. But no, they're all solid with each other. Nobody's getting voted off the island that's been there for a long time. But I don't know what happens when it comes next week when it's down to the end. I think it's next Tuesday that it ends or something. I'm not sure. Whatever. I haven't checked the ratings. I'm not sure how it's doing in the ratings, but it's not impressing me as a must-see TV kind of a thing. Like, oh, you gotta check out Love Island. What's gonna happen next? It is what it is. But then again, I'm sure a lot of people say that about Big Brother. So, that's it, guys. I'm at work. I will talk to you later today. Some of you, others tomorrow. All right? Have a good one. And enjoy your Thursday. See you later. Bye-bye.